Hi guys, welcome back to God's Remnant channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about it's not going to look like how you think it is, okay? And first of all, I just want to welcome my new subscribers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope that you enjoy the videos that God has me to put out. And if you do, I'm going to ask that you like the videos and subscribe or get other people to subscribe to the channel, okay? All right, so let's get into this, guys. I have a little bit of a testimony to share with you guys. It's really good. And also, it is a lyrical song. And of course, this word is a kingdom marriage word. Okay. I know in my last video, it wasn't. It kind of was, but it wasn't. But in this video, it is kingdom marriage or kingdom spouse word, y'all. So get in here. Okay. Go grab some tea, coffee, water, whatever you drink, honey, and get in here because this is good. Okay. So God just gave me this today. So as many of you know, or some people know, I was going through a job transition and I had applied for these 3 jobs. I actually applied for like 6 or 7 jobs, but these 3 jobs, okay, looked promising. Okay. And so, last month, I left a job that I had worked at for 3 years. Okay. And so I was trying to transition into a different job and I was trying to get like almost the same thing of what I was getting from this other company. And I was making a lot of money, y'all. So it was kind of hard to transition. Okay. But, of course, God told me not to worry, that he would have my back, and I listened to some of that, but not all of it. Okay. And God really surprised me with this. And I think I had shared something that like I had a surprise. God surprised me with something. And I think I shared that in the last couple of videos before this one. And so God is actually unctioning me to share it now. Okay. So, I applied for 3 different jobs. Well, I applied for like 5 or 6, okay, but 3 of them really sounded promising, okay. The first one actually offered me the position, but it was like I had to go through like 5 or 6 different interviews, and then the pay was like way lower than what like my standard is. So I kind of just was like, if I don't find anything, I'll just take this, okay. But the second job that I actually got offered last week was a job that was more in the pay that I'm looking for, okay, and more of the things that I was looking for, but it just wasn't quite exactly the things that I was looking for. And y'all, if you are a spiritual person that has a relationship with God, okay, you ask for specifics and God will give you exactly what you ask for. Okay. So I went into, so wait, before this, I had the third job that I wanted was actually everything. It check marked off everything that I was looking for in a job. Okay. So what I did was I went and fasted and prayed to God. Remember, I think I told you guys that I was doing a 3-day, like a Esther fast, and it was all about me. Okay. Like, we love our future spouses, of course, but honey, I got so much other things to worry about besides this man. Okay. God got him. Okay. But I was trying to worry about myself. So I went on a fast and I was asking God, just kind of not even really asking, I'm like begging God, listen, dude, it's got all these check marks. Like, that's how I didn't call God dude, of course, but I was just like, Mr. God, it's got all these check marks, of things that like you would approve of. Okay. But I ended up, now the job that I prayed for and that I really, really, really wanted, the background check, it just didn't, it's not that there was anything on my background check, but they never hit me back up. So it had been 2 weeks. 2 weeks goes by. Okay. So last week, I ended up accepting the second job that I just told you guys about that had almost everything that I was looking for. Okay. The pay was like just a tad bit under what I was looking for. And then there was something else too. But y'all, whenever I accepted this job last week, there was just no excitement about it. I told God, thank you, of course, because I don't want to be ungrateful to God. Anything helps. And I'm not trying to sound like some big spoiled baby or anything, because I am willing to take a job that pays a lot less. Okay. So that way I can get my bills paid. Like that's number one first. But I also know my worth, so please, like, you guys have to know your worth and know that, like, yeah, okay, sometimes you might have to take the bottom paying job, to reach the top, and that's okay. But I've already been through that, and I'm just like, okay, God, He actually blessed me this month where all my bills are paid until November, right? So, I had a little bit of time to, like, okay, let me get the job that, I really, really, really want. But they didn't hit me up. The job that I fasted and prayed for did not hit me up. Okay. So I accepted this other job and I just was not that excited. I was just like, oh, great. But I was grateful to God. Okay. But in the back of my mind, I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to have to accept this. Okay. So this morning, God wakes me up at 3:43 in the morning. Okay. And, what that looks like for me is like when God wakes me up and like snaps me out of my sleep, I just immediately start praying. Like I don't like ask him what I want to pray about. What does he want me to pray about? I just immediately just start praying because I'm thinking, I don't know, the way that I've been woke up in the middle of the night, sometimes he'll wake me up and it'll be really bad, and I'll have to start warring in the spirit. So I'm so used to waking up and going to war, like over myself, even because even though God has delivered me from so many things, I still get attacked in my dreams. Okay. So I think if God allows me to, one of these days, I will give a teaching on how to, protect yourself or whatever at night, because we still get, even God's elite that are all the way delivered and that are not having any sin in their life, any willing sin in their life, we still get attacked. Okay. And we all know this. Okay. So anyways, when he woke me up, I immediately just started praying, of course, for my spouse, because I'm thinking every time he wakes me up at 3 o'clock in the morning, like, okay, this is witching hours. So I need to be rebuking some stuff, denouncing and renouncing some stuff. I am like really like going into prayer. So then a couple hours goes by. I finally calm myself down because, like, honey, I woke up and started walking around my house, like literally praying. Okay. So going to war. So I calm myself down, make myself some coffee, go back in bed, and I'm just laying there and I'm watching a video. And there is a video that kept popping up on my feed, and it was about this woman whose marriage got restored, and how when God brought her husband back, her husband and her both didn't really believe that, like, this was it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was no sparks flying everywhere, and it wasn't like a big parade or nothing. It was just like, here I am. And so I focused on that for a minute. I was like, oh God, that's powerful, this and that. And I'm also, asking him, like, what other videos you want me to put out there, this and that. So then after I watched that video, I checked my email, and y'all, my email says that it's from the job that I prayed and I fasted for and that I really wanted. And it emailed me, told me that I needed to go take the drug test. Now, in my mind, because I don't do drugs, I know that if I go do this, I'm going to get the job. And I'm still, you would think. Now listen, because hold on, I know you guys are excited. Thank you. I love you for that. But you would think that I would be excited. Why was I in my bed questioning God, like, God, is this really you? I just accepted this other job and it is promising, and the enemy just started like going to war with me and just telling me, like, don't take the job, and you already accepted this other job. And these people, this was like the second time that, like, they tried to hire me, because like 3 years ago, before I got this other job, I was looking for a job and they was going to hire me before, and I did end up not taking the job. So now this is going to be a second time, and so, the enemy is in my ear. And the main thing that he was telling me, that the enemy was telling me, was that, what was it? Oh, Jesus, help me. Anyways, I'll hopefully Holy Spirit will bring that back to me. But the enemy was in my ear, okay, y'all, and he was going at it and telling me that, like, I don't deserve this, job. Not that I don't deserve it. It was more on the lines of, it doesn't check mark anything. I already took this other job, is what it was, basically. Oh, that's what it was. Thank you, Holy Spirit. The enemy was telling me everything that you wanted is in this job. and that if you take this other one, you're not going to get what you've been asking the Lord for. And this was something that I asked for the Lord for a couple of years ago, and like people kept passing me up. It was like a major title, like a boss title. Okay, it was like a general manager title. Okay, and people. I had a really good friend of mine, well, was a good friend of mine, who I had to, block on everything because she stopped me from getting a supervisor title or a supervisor position, right? And, God just opened up and showed me that, she really was not my friend, and her heart condition and everything. And she was a godly person. And we ended up, actually, I ended up having to forgive her and stuff. So, because God told me to. And then because when he told me to forgive her, he said, I am not going to level you up unless you forgive this woman. Okay. So I went and I forgave her because she tried to come to me and apologize for, keeping me low, and bad mouthing my name. Y'all, she was bad mouthing my name to the right people that would put me at that position. So she, of course, God convicted her because she was a spiritual person. This is why you have to be careful. There are Judas Iscariots out there. So fast forward. So like I said, I had done all that, got forgiven and everything. So this job that I just got last week, okay, is not the one that I've been praying about, but the one that I think in my mind that I wanted to be. I'm like, man, it gives me the title. It gives me all that. And this is what the enemy was telling me. So I go on and I'm contemplating in my mind, like, okay, should I go and take this, test or not? Should I even take this job or not? Because, I mean, this other one took 2 weeks, like 2 weeks, like, I don't know. I'm just thinking it's a lot of anxiety. Okay. So I just go on about my day. About 11 o'clock in the morning, the lady texts me to the job that I prayed for. She texts me and says, hey, if you get your UAN today, I can get you started by Monday. Now, peep game. That is one of the things that I was worried about. Like, okay, if I do take this job, when am I going to start? Because I was supposed to be starting this other job that I just accepted last week, Monday. Okay. But God is so good. This lady texted me and said, hey, if you get your UAN right now, I can get you started Monday. So y'all, so you would think that was going to spark the sparks. Okay. You would have thought that was going to be the shebang where I was like, oh my gosh, no, I'm slow, y'all. No. So then I go and I just had to talk myself in to just accepting it and just like, hey, you know what? What is it going to hurt? Go ahead and do your UA. So I went down there and I did my UA, and still no sparks, still nothing. I ended up getting the job, and she texted me and told me like, hey, I'll get you trained Monday or whatever. I'll send you another email about that. Y'all, I was at that moment, to me, ungrateful because I didn't even thank God for it. I'm just like, okay. And God had to humble me. Okay. So this is how he humbled me. So I just sent out that video about, y'all, I forgot the title, but anyways, I just sent the video out. Okay. And as I'm laying in bed and I'm just spending a little bit more time with God, because I'm like, okay, God, give me a kingdom marriage word, because that last video that I made, it really wasn't on kingdom marriage. What's going on? And God said, I gave you the job that I required of you to have. And this is how you act. And I'm like, I said, what do you mean, God? Like, I thank you for the job or whatever. I just don't know. Like, is this from you? And he said, then he didn't say anything. He started showing me. Okay, listen, he started showing me the difference between the two jobs. Okay. And y'all, this is what's going to be powerful, because this is everything that your spouses are maybe going through. If this word is for you, this is what your spouses may go through whenever they get to you. Okay. So the job that I chose last week, not the one that I prayed for, but the one that I chose, God showed me that the things that I wanted from that job was just things that I wanted. Okay. And I wasn't, I wasn't excited about them because they weren't what I needed. The job that the job that I really prayed about and I really fasted about, okay, they check mark every single thing that I need, every single thing that is going to glorify God. One of the things that I ask for in a job that I have been praying to God for years, and He has made sure that it meets this requirement, is that I am off on Sundays. Because listen, now I understand the Sabbath is on Saturdays, whatever, choose your day. I choose Sunday, okay? And I said, God, any job that you give me, please allow allow the job to give me Sundays off, okay? And this job that I chose from last week, that it had all the things, all the requirements, it had the title that I wanted, it had the little bit of money, but this other job over here, it pays more money and it requires everything that God wants, okay? So what God is saying right now is that when your spouses come back, they are, right now they're probably with a counterfeit, okay? And I know we hate to hear that, but just dig this for a second. They're probably with the counterfeit, but in their spirit, they feel like there is something missing. This thing may look like everything that they wanted. The chick might have a big behind, okay? It's something that they wanted, okay? Or the male might have a six-pack going, okay? It's something that they wanted, okay? But it's nothing of what they need, okay? So the counterfeit might have, all of these outside qualities to them, but lack a relationship with God or don't even know God at all. And so what God was showing me was that those are the things that you require. Those are the earthly things that you require. But what about me? What if you choose what I want? And you're going to get the things that I require, which is going to elevate you in the long run, and it's going to glorify me. Oh, that's so powerful. That's so powerful. That's so powerful because these are spouses. They think that they have somebody that they want. But God is showing them that it is what they want, but it's not what they need. Their souls need us to be edified and to glorify God. Jesus, somebody type amen in the comments, please, because, oh my goodness. Okay, so y'all, let's move on to the lyrics because we're already 17 minutes in here and I don't want to overdo it, but I am just so excited because God is doing things in this hour. He is really revealing a lot of stuff. And if you know the video that I made beforehand, before this one, God told me that He is revealing a lot of things, and this is one of them. Even though, and y'all, I've been making these videos saying that God is going to surprise you. One of them was about Acts, where Peter went to jail. Okay, he didn't realize that the angel was saving him. Okay, until afterwards, and then what do? He went home. So when these spouses realize that their counterfeits ain't what they need, their soul is missing something, God is not in it, then they will come home. Okay, so God gave me this song by John Legend that I think is going to really blow this thing out because it's called Nervous, okay, by John Legend. Right now, your spouses are nervous to come back, okay, because they know that they've done wrong. They know that they have messed up. They know that they've chosen other people over you, but they're not what they need, okay? You are what they need, okay? So it goes like this. I still get nervous. Adrenaline running through my veins. I'm a skeleton when you say my name, and the high, no, it never goes away. Okay. So like the feeling that they get feeling you, or thinking about you, the feeling that they get thinking about you, it never goes away. Like it's sparks. Okay. Y'all, it is fireworks. Okay. And it's even going to say this in this song. It says like jumping out of an airplane to swimming with the sharks, that essential feeling when you're staring at the stars. There's a hurricane in my head, but the lightning in my heart makes it worth it. Yeah, I still get nervous. So like I said, they think that they have it going on right now, but it is not. They're missing something. Their soul is missing something and they know it. They feel it. Just like I did with that job that I just accepted. I'm just like, And I never realized that it wasn't, God had to show me that that's not what I needed. This over here is what I needed. And it checkmarked everything that I had on my, y'all, how crazy am I? The job that I really was fasting and praying for, it check marked everything that, I needed, Jesus help me. Okay. So it says, when you walk through the door and you look in my eyes, it feels like the very first time. I can fall for you forever, I'm certain, because I still get nervous. It says, when your lips hit my lips and the fireworks fly, sending sparks through the air like the 4th of July. I can fall for you forever, I'm certain, because I still get nervous. It says, every time we touch, it's like paradise fell down from above, and the high, even too much ain't enough. No. Like flying in the fast lane, no headlights in the dark. That existential feeling when you wonder what you are. Got a wild wind in my head, but the butterflies in my heart make it worth it. Yeah, I still get nervous. Now let me stop right there. It says got a wild wind in my heart, in my head. Excuse me. Got a wild wind in my head. Like I said, today the devil was attacking me because he knew if I would have just listened to what he was saying and chose the job that I had chose last week and not the one that God had for me, y'all, I don't know what would happen. I really don't. I'm not saying that God would like curse me because, I didn't choose that, but it wouldn't be everything that I needed. I probably 6 months to now would have had to get a different job because it wasn't going to align with, or I'll tell you this. I have before in my past gotten a job that where I had to work on Sundays, and y'all, every Sunday I was heartbroken because I like to go to church, so even though right now I'm not in church, it still is the day that I give to the Lord. Okay. So please do not lower your standards unless you really, really absolutely have to, try not to lower your standards for anything. Okay. And this is what God is saying to your spouses right now too. Like, don't lower your standards. Okay. Yeah, she looks good, but does she know me? Yeah, she seems great, but does she read my word? Does she pray over you whenever you're going through something? Does she try to get you through it, or does she disappear? Come on now, that's for somebody. Okay, so it says, when your lips hit my lips, and the fireworks fly, sending sparks through the air like the 4th of July. I can fall for you forever, I'm certain, because I still get nervous. Oh, you walk in so perfect, and my heart short circuits. No, I don't deserve this. That's why I still get nervous. So like I said, they don't feel like they deserve your love because they know that they walked out. Well, some of them did walk out on you. Most likely it's because of their range of emotions that's going on. And like I said, if you study about men, and this is for the ladies real quick, okay? If you study about men, when they have mixed emotions and stuff, they will pull back so that way they can figure out their emotions. But not only that, space is a good thing because then they can hear from God and not you, because we do not want to manipulate the situation. That's witchcraft. Okay. So please, pray that, you are allowing God to do his thing. This thing is going to happen naturally, just like this job. Y'all, 2 weeks. I've never in my life heard of a job taking 2 weeks, but God had to show me something. There was something prophetic in that. God's like, listen, okay, even if it took 3 weeks, I told you that I was going to do it and I still did it. I almost chose a counterfeit. Do you hear me? Don't choose the counterfeit. All right, so then it goes back to the chorus. When your lips hit my lips, and the fireworks fly, sending sparks through the air like the 4th of July. I can fall for you forever, I'm certain, because I still get nervous. I still get nervous. Because I still get nervous. Okay, so that is the word, and I hope that it blesses you guys. And please, like I said, always stay in prayer with God. He is doing some things in the spirit right now. He is doing some things in your waking life right now. Like I said, it is a new year, and God just blessed me with this job that I fasted and prayed for. And I just, it went over my head like God couldn't do it or something. I don't know. I don't think it was that. It was just more like I'm desperate, kind of. I'm just going to take it, but not really that desperate. I don't know what it was, guys. I just know I was blindsided by it and just like smacked it in the side of the face with it. Okay. So please be alert and stay alert, and God bless you guys, and pray for everyone, guys, that everyone's relationship gets stronger in the Lord. Okay. God bless.